Hi there everybody, Jamie Edwards here, hunting with Dad. Have another quick review, more of a unboxing tonight. If you watched my last video with the TID radio, the M11 here, we bought them. We're kind of using them on the farm here, and I wanted something to communicate it back to the vehicle if my daughter comes hunting with. Well, we find out about this M11, the Tide radio, I guess I'll call it. It works pretty good in the open, but in the tractors and grain cart and stuff where there's a lot of electronics, it gets really scratchy and staticky. If you drop over a hill, it's almost non-existent. So I ordered this Cobra. Let's see, the model number here is right here, ACXT1037R FLT. FLT means float. It's supposed to be pretty much completely waterproof. The Tide radio was splash proof. This one you can submerge for, they say, up to like a half an hour. So the Tide radio here, fairly cheap. I got a 4-pack of them, if you remember, for $42, so they're like 10 bucks a piece. This Cobra is considerably more. It was like $48 a piece. Okay, so 4 times more money, I guess. Is it 4 times more quality? Not really sure. Let's open it up and take a look here. Okay, so we got a charger. Looks like USB to micro USB. Looks like we have some rechargeable batteries and the unit itself. Oh boy. So right off the bat here, it is considerably bigger. I brought my tape measure tonight, so let's put some real numbers to it. Tide radio is, let's call it 2 1/8 wide. Cobra, widest spot here, 2 7/16. So they're very close for being same width that way. Only about a quarter inch difference here. Let's line them up on that side. That much in width. It's pretty much the same. Okay, let's go length without the antenna. So length here to the top of the knob is 4.5, and with the antenna is 5.5. So Cobra is 4 3/4, so it's a 1/4 inch longer without the antenna. With the antenna though, we are at 7 3/4. So we go from 5.5 to 7 3/4. That antenna is 2 1/4 inches longer. You can see that. So if I line up the bottoms here, you can see our difference in from the top of the knob there. We're about 3/4 of an inch, but the antenna itself is 2.5 inches longer. Good, bad, I don't know yet. Okay, width, let's call this depth, I guess. This has the belt clip on it. Let's measure without the belt clip to start with. So we are at about 7/8 of an inch wide without the belt clip, and looks like just shy of 1.25 inches with the belt clip. This is probably the biggest difference. So without the belt clip here, I should show you this. It does, looks like it does come off. So you can unclip it if you need to. I don't know what you would do, but if you're gonna stick it in a pocket or a holster or something. So anyways, without the belt clip, we are at 1.5 inches. Okay, remember over here we were at 7/8 of an inch, so that's 5/8 of an inch wider, almost double. And with the belt clip, we are at, well, from the belt clip to the front of the button is 2 inches, and here we are 1 inch and about 1/4. So we're 3/4 of an inch wider, or depth, I guess that's what we're calling it. I'll line the fronts up. There you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It is a way beefier deal here. A lot of buttons here. We got memory escape, try watch, scan, rewind. This is a rewind button. It sounds kind of cool. If you miss what you say to start with, you can press this button and it'll record the first 20 seconds of incoming audio. We have volume up and down, channel up and down. We have call and lock. We have this is our mode button, and this is our weather. So first thing we need to do is put some batteries in it. I have taken one of these units apart already. It's a little bit of a pain. So we unclip this, not so bad, but it's got some screws on the back here. We got to unscrew, which I guess helps with waterproofing. That's no problem. But they, I don't know, the other one that I took apart, it didn't have big enough holes to take the thumb screw out, but it had too small holes to, you know, keep the thumb screw in the cover. So it was just kind of a hokey mess here. So you end up having to screw this through the cover itself. So depending on what you're looking to do with this radio, if you're going to be in a boat or something, absolutely. If you're just hunting or in the field, I'm going to pry up here. So there's a nice O-ring under here. Sticks good. So there's what it looks like from the inside. Take these double A's, stick them in here. They're all back together. So it has a vibra alert, so when you start talking you can set it to vibrate. Like I mentioned, it is floating. You can set this to do a voice activated, so it's like hands-free. So for what I'm wanting to use it for, it's got way too many features. Let's just say that. I don't need the hands-free voice. In fact, I would rather it did not have hands-free voice. Start singing to the radio in the tractor, the combine, or trying to talk to the dog while we're hunting. I don't need the radio coming on and transmitting. So that's one of the first things we'll figure out how to turn off. The rewind, say again, I can see how that would definitely be a good thing. Weather channel, both of them have weather channel, so that's good to know what the weather is. The one thing I like about this one is, let's get rid of this sticker, you can lock the channels, which is my main reason of actually going away from the Tide radio. So we can turn it on here. Right now it's set on 100. So we can press this call lock button, and lock the channels. At least that's what we're supposed to be able to do. There is a scan button, so you can program this. From what I was reading, if you have multiple channels that you're talking to different people with, you can hit scan and it'll scan, like, I believe three your top 3 channels. So if your hunting buddies are on, let's just say, channel 110, and then the work is on 210, and let's say family's on 310, you can scan that so that anybody in any of those groups that want to talk to you, it'll automatically pick it up and you'll see it. And that way you're not talking to your hunting buddies when you're trying to talk to the family back at the camp, whatever. It's supposed to have a 37-mile range. Granted, we all know, if we've ever been around any kind of radio, we know that that is straight with nothing in between. Weight wise, you know, I don't have a scale on me, but I don't feel a real big difference, to be honest with you. The Cobra is probably quite light for the size. You expect it to be heavier. I don't know if I like how bulky it's going to be. That's going to be the biggest thing. But I'm going to play with some features, and we're going to put these to use this week so that we can have a good head-to-head shootout in the combine, in the trucks, and we will know what kind of interference and everything. We know what the Tide radio is. I haven't decided which one I'm going to keep yet. We'll put these to this test this week, and I will check back with you in a week or so and give you an update on which one of these I like better. So, thanks for watching. Again, Jamie Edwards with Hunting with Dad. Talk to you next time.